give a goat.
Today's story is another true story about a 5th grade class that reads Beatrice's Goat and is inspired to fundraise and give a goat to someone in need. Today's themes are compassion, empathy, generosity, and hard work. Today's question is, what could you give to help someone else?
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Give a Goat by Jenn Welby Schrock. I never thought my class would do anything special. We're just regular 5th graders. But I was wrong. Here's what happened at our school. Everyone in our school was restless because of all the rain. But Mrs. Rowell knew we needed a story. She grabbed a book off her shelf. It was Beatrice's Goat. The story was about a real-life girl named Beatrice who lived in Uganda, a country in Africa. Beatrice wanted to go to school, but her family couldn't afford to send her. One day, people from far away came to the village and gave Beatrice's mother a goat. Because of that goat, Beatrice's whole life changed. It got better. The goat gave lots of milk, more than enough for the whole family to drink. Beatrice was in charge of selling the extra milk, and with all that milk, Beatrice's family got healthier, and they earned enough money to pay for school. Beatrice finally got her wish. When Mrs. Rowell finished reading and closed the book, everyone in class seemed to have the same idea. We all shouted, "We want to give a goat!" Later, my friend Ralph and I went to the library. Miss Bassinger, our librarian, knew all about Beatrice's goat and told us the goat people were from Haifa International. She offered to help us find their website, but Ralph figured it out fast on his own. He's a genius with computers. After reading the Haifa homepage, we clicked on the Get Involved section and discovered that you can send money to buy animals, all kinds of animals, to help people. We weren't just talking about goats either. They had animals to fit every budget, from ducks to llamas to water buffalo for the big spenders. Then we read about something called passing on the gift. Once a family's goat or duck or water buffalo has a baby, Haifa asks the family to give the baby to a neighbor so that a new family can have a better life. One gift leads to another and another and another, all for the price of one animal. Cool. The next day on the playground, Ralph and I explained to our classmates how we could give a goat to a family. Everyone, yes, every one of us, liked the idea. After recess, we told Mrs. Rowell about our decision. We also told her our whole class wanted to raise $120, enough to buy a goat. I had a hard time imagining how we would make that much money, but I didn't say so to anyone. Mrs. Rowell got that funny look on her face again when she heard how serious we were. "We have a math unit coming up," she said. "Maybe we can set up a store here in our school and sell something." "But what?" Ralph spoke up right away, as usual. "Let's sell things teachers want to buy." "Okay, but what do teachers like?" We argued about this for a while, and Kathleen finally got everyone's attention. "They like to eat." We all laughed. "Yeah," Ralph added. "Teachers are always looking for food. Cookies, candy bars, soda, anything." "Okay, so maybe, how about we sell something that's actually good for us?" suggested Mrs. Rowell. Alyssa started waving her arms. "Healthy snacks! How about healthy snacks?" Alyssa's pretty well known for her granola bars. Most of us really likes it when she shares them. We started nodding to each other, and we agreed that healthy snacks would be good. We decided to buy nuts and popcorn and raisins in bulk. And that's when the real work began. Mrs. Rowell loaned us $15 to get started. Because it was only a loan and not a gift, we knew we'd have to pay her back once we made some money. Mrs. Rowell purchased big bags of nuts, popcorn, and raisins, and we divided the food into equal small packages and settled on what to charge. Obviously, we had to figure out prices that added up to more than what we had paid for to begin with, or we wouldn't make a profit. To run our store right, we had to keep records. Mrs. Rowell also taught us about quality control, inventory, investment, and profit margin. Whew, we were learning a lot. I loved using the special ledger paper to keep track of everything. We put the snack packages on the table in the teacher's lounge with a big sign saying, buy a healthy snack so we can give a goat. The teachers thought the sign was a little strange until we told them about our math project and what we wanted to do with the money. Then they all got that funny look on their faces and started buying. After a while, we broadened our market, as Mrs. Rowell would say, by also selling to kids during recess. One weekend, we sold snacks during a basketball game, and the parent-teacher group table was set right next to ours. It was loaded with brownies and cookies and cupcakes. But when people heard about our project, they lined up to buy healthy snacks. Some of them even gave us extra dollars. By the end of the month, we'd paid back Mrs. Rowell's loan and still had a profit of $180. All of it was in the cash box. We even had enough money to buy a goat, a flock of chickens, and some ducks. We weren't going to help one family. It was way better than that. We were going to help 3 families. Imagine, a whole bunch of children could go to school because of our math project. When we gathered to celebrate our success, Kate asked if the animals would fly from the farm here in Maine to someplace like Uganda. And everybody laughed to think about chickens on an airplane. Ralph actually knew the answer, though. He said that sometimes Heifer buys the animals in the same country where families need them. And sometimes they ship them in boats or airplanes from another country, but usually in a crate and not in a plane seat. Ralph told us that Heifer gives animals to families in our own country, too. I was surprised and sad to find out that so many families needed help. But I felt good knowing that sometimes a little gift can make a big difference. After all, our class had made a difference for 3 families just by selling snacks. I really liked the idea that if we helped one family, they would be able to help another family, and then another family, and then another family, in a long chain of passing on the gift. It turned out that other classes at our school wanted to make a difference too. Mr. Potter's class organized a Bring a Can to School day for the food pantry in town. Mrs. Smith's class held a car wash right behind the gym, and her students got all wet, but they raised $150 for the Red Cross. I think everyone learned that giving and passing on the gift feels really good. I wonder what Mrs. Rowell will read to us next. For today's activity, I want you to think about what you could give to help someone else. In this book, Mrs. Rowell's 5th grade class is inspired by the book Beatrice's Goat. We read that book last week, and I was inspired just reading it to you. They fundraised the money and ended up not only buying a goat, a flock of chickens, and some ducks, but they also ended up inspiring other classes to fundraise and donate to good causes. So today I want to ask you, what could you give to help someone else? Maybe you can donate some old clothes, some food, or you can help by drawing pictures for others. We've talked about giving before, and now is a great time to think about what you can give of yourself to help other people. Now, let's get creative. Get a piece of paper and some coloring tools, crayons, colored pencils, markers, whatever it is you like to use, and draw a picture of you helping others. I would love to see these pictures. So if you want, you can ask your grown-up to take a picture of your picture and send it to me at thegivingprojectforchildren@gmail.com, and I would love to respond. Thank you so much for sharing this book with me. Let's continue to develop our love of reading together. Till next time.